So knowing is half the battle, okay? You just knowing and not applying, that doesn't count. What counts is what you know that you've been applying, what you have applied. You have to apply what you know and not just, okay, I know this. But if you're not doing what you know, that's not going to count. Okay? It doesn't count. You have to do, not know, do, apply the information. Okay? So it's like you knowing that exercising is good for you, but you've never exercised. So how can someone believe you? How can someone trust you if you know something that you've never applied? You know, how can you tell me exercise is good for me if you yourself have never even exercised? You know, how? How can you tell me practice makes perfect if you don't practice? How do you know it makes perfect? How do you know? It's not just, okay, I know. Okay, well, tell me how you know. It's not about knowing, it's about, okay, so you know, but how do you know this? The reason, how would you know this is you applying it. I know because I've applied it. Okay, I know that when I use lime under my armpits, okay, it I don't smell for a couple of days. I wouldn't have no kind of odor. Okay, my perspiration would not smell. Okay, I would perspire, but it wouldn't have a smell to it because of lime. So I can tell you to do that, but I can't tell you lime is good for you, it's good for under your armpit, and it's going to take your smell away if I've never applied. I can't just know something and not apply it. You know what I mean? It's like knowing is really half the battle. I'm telling you, knowing is not enough. Let's just say that. Knowing is not enough. Like in this stance right here, this is actually good for me to be in this position. This is healthy for me to be in this position. Okay? On a consistent basis. Okay, I'm doing it and I could feel that is better for me. I could feel it. Okay, I can't just tell you this position is good for you, but I'm not doing it myself. You know what I mean? I'm not implementing none of these things that I'm saying. You know. So a lot of people out here are with some knowledge, but they're not applying what they know. So like, what's the point of gathering all this information and never using it? Like, faith without works is dead. So you walked around with a bunch of information that you're not using. It's not making sense. It's not. We have to use this information. We can't just have it and never use it. We have to start doing the things that we are learning about, that we are talking about. We have to now start doing these things. That's when it's going to make it real. That's when it's going to work for us, right? Because I'm not used to being in this position, right? This is a position that I'm not used to. I'm not accustomed to, okay? I'm used to standing up or sitting down, right? Like, that's my comfort. So that position right there, it puts a strain on my legs because I'm not used to it. So it's like my legs can't handle my own weight, you know, because I'm literally all my weight is going into my legs, and it hurts. Okay, so why is because I have not been practicing this. I have not been practicing this on a consistent basis. That's why it hurts. But if I continue to apply this and continue to practice this, I'm not going to, it's not going to be as heavy on me. Like, I'm not going to feel, my legs are not going to hurt if I keep practicing this, because my legs are trying to build up the muscles, contracting now. You know, the muscles are contracting, it's trying to build up muscles so I can be able to handle, you know, my weight. That's all it's doing. So if I continue to do this every day consistently, you know, I'm going to see results. You're going to see results. Whatever you're applying consistently, you're going to see results. Okay? But if you don't apply it, if you don't apply it, you're not going to see the results. You're not. So every once in a while, you know, when my legs get where I can handle it again, I go back into this position. Because you can't remain in your comfort zone, right? You cannot remain in your comfort zone. You can't. You're not going to see any results. You're not going to see any results if you remain in your comfort zone. Yes, it may hurt. Yes, it may hurt. But after a while, it's not going to hurt anymore. I'm telling you. Yes, it may hurt. But after a while, with practice now, with practice, it's not going to hurt anymore. I'm telling you, it's not going to hurt anymore after a while. Okay, with some practice, keep doing this consistently. I promise you, you're not going to be in pain anymore. But you have to go through these pains right now, because it's building a foundation so where you don't have to feel any pain anymore doing this. Okay, you have to go through the pain right now, because it's like it's getting you in, it's getting you in order, it's putting you in line. Okay, your legs are, building muscles, like I said, so you can handle your weights. But yeah, just try your best until you get it. But just don't know about stuff and not do it. Not having any shoes on, grounding. It's good for your feet. It's very good for your health. Grounding is good for your health. Not wearing any shoes is good for your feet. It's good for your spine. It's good for your whole body alignment. Not wearing any shoes. Shoes is putting your body out of alignment. Yes, wearing shoes. No, I'm sorry to hurt. Right? Wearing shoes is putting your body out of alignment. I'm telling you, wearing shoes is not healthy. It's not good. It's not good for us wearing shoes. So now I'm stooping down, right? Because I don't wanna, you know what I mean? I don't wanna go back to my comfort zone. So I'm like, okay, let me stoop. Yeah, wearing shoes is putting your body out of alignment. It's the natural shape of your feet is supposed to be like this. Your toes are supposed to actually be spread apart, because the shoes is bringing it together. And that's why people have bunions. They have the knot over there, because the shoes is doing this. When your feet your toes are supposed to be spread apart. It's putting your whole feet out of alignment when you wear shoes. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for you at all. So the less shoes you wear, the better. The less shoes you wear, the better. Like you can know these things, but you have to apply these things. Like really, really do apply it, because I had to get out of shoes. I used to wear a lot of shoes, so I started wearing flip-flops. Because I need my toes to, be open. I need my toes to breathe. So I realized the difference. I see that my toes are much more spread apart now. They're not together like they used to. And it's actually working for me. It's actually helping me. When and my spine is aligned, like I feel like more better, when I'm not wearing so much shoes. Like for real, this really is overall is good for you. Oh, that hurts, yeah, that hurts. Yeah, but this is, like I said, it's just me not being used to it, so I gotta keep getting used to this position, because it's healthy. Because it's healthy for me, for real. Yeah, I think this shit is a joke, but ain't nothing funny about giving kids drugs. Ain't nothing happy about that shit, because you think your daughter gonna be happy if you give her this candy. Your son, he's gonna be happy if you give him this candy. You as a grandmother giving your grandkids sugar, giving them that drug, and you think that's supposed to make them happy. Like, there's nothing okay about giving kids drugs, because sugar is a drugs. Okay, there are chemicals. There's nothing okay about giving kids chemicals. There are chemicals in those sweet stuff that you're giving these children. It's like you being like yourself a drug dealer, because you're giving kids drugs, and that shit is not okay. There's nothing okay about giving kids drugs. Drugs are bad for you. That's what I've been raised on. They said say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. They came in with the commercials and they educated kids and told them not to take drugs. They told us not to take drugs. So why are kids on drugs now? Why does that shit oh look baby, here's candy. And no, you giving kids drugs with a smile on your fucking face. You giving kids drugs with a smile on your face. How is that okay? Just because it's colored, just because it tastes sweet, it tastes good, that don't mean it's good for you. That's just a good tasting ass drug. That's all it is. That's all it is. They just package it, manufacture it, put some flavoring and some coloring and drugs. They just put a bunch of drugs, pop it with a bunch of drugs to make it look and taste good. But it's still a fucking drug. It's just a candy, but it came in the form of it's a drug. The candy is a drug. I came in that form. That shit is not okay. Those lollipops, those candy bars, those Snicker bars, those M&Ms, those Kit Kats, all that shit, those Skittles, it has dye, which is a chemical which is banned in other European countries. Why are you giving our kids, why are we giving our kids these drugs, these chemicals? That's banned in other countries. It's no good for them. It's not good for them. It's drugs. It's chemicals. That's why these kids have autoimmune diseases. Kids have chronic illnesses, allergies and stuff. Eczema. Because we're giving our kids drugs. These things have gluten, flours, gluten. Gluten is very bad for us. It's bad. They're very even worse for kids. And we giving our kids these drugs just because the doctors and the government said it's okay, and there's nothing okay with that. No, that's evil. It's pure evil. That's what it is. We gotta do better. We have to do better when it comes to our health and our children's health. You on drugs too. That's why you giving your kids drugs, because you on drugs too. You think it's okay. You on sugar. Your kids is actually on more sugar than you. So your kids is more on drugs than you are. Yes, the kids is taking more sugar than the adults, because we giving it to them consistently every day. We giving them drugs, sugar. Obese. Now we got kids that's obese. Childhood cancer, all that is coming from these drugs. All these side effects is coming from these drugs. Kids are dying. That shit is not okay. There's nothing okay about giving kids drugs. No. Candies is the drugs. Candy is sugar. Sugar is the drug. High fructose corn syrup. These syrup that the kids put on pancakes, the pancake mix, all that's just filled, laced with chemicals and drugs. And we're giving our kids drugs and think it's okay. It's not okay to give your kids drugs. If I can't give my kid crack, if I can't give my kid cocaine, I can't give my kids sugar either. Because sugar is now a drug. That's what doctors are saying now. Sugar, flour, salt. These things are now drugs. And we're giving it to our children. That's why children are sick. Are you okay with having a sick child? No, it's not okay. They're drugs. These things are drugs. It has chemicals in there. And we're giving it to our children again. We're giving it to babies because they're giving babies drugs too. Look at those babies in the NICU. What you think they're on? They're on drugs. Experimental drugs. They give it to our babies. Just because the government said it's okay and the doctors said it's okay, these people don't even give a fuck about your life and your baby's life. All they want to do is make money. And you gonna let them experiment on your brand new baby with some drug? See, exactly. Wake the fuck up. Don't give your kids drugs. Say no to drugs. That's it. Say no. Damn.